Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. Bumping off and off, I'm loco. Bumping off the circle beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know we're always here for you lot, man. Any day of the week, we getting into the Man United news. There's no days off, yeah? We got Fulham tomorrow, so obviously we're going to talk a little bit about that and whatever's come out, and all the Man United news as well. Don't get it twisted. So smash the likes. Let me know what you lot think in the comments, and we'll get straight into it, of course. So yeah, my peoples, man, this is the main guy, man. Harry Wilson right now. When I'm looking at their team and I'm looking at Fulham, bro, I'm not seeing no sort of threat. The only threat is Harry Wilson. Literally. They've got rid of Adama Traore. He's their little speed star, and they don't even used to play him like that. Chukwueze, he's in unfortunate circumstances. You know what I'm saying? When I look at Chukwueze, obviously I think his mum just died, so I don't think he's going to be able to play like that. And then I look at their last game. This is me just starting onto the Fulham thing. We're going to get into, obviously, more news and more about them, but this is me just talking about their lineup and what they came out against Brighton. This is how they came out there. So when you look at that team there, Robinson's kind of good. Of course, he does his little thing. Bassi will probably go back in there. You know what I'm saying? So Bassi probably goes back in there in the centre-back role with Anderson. Tete, I think Tete's got a knock, but he might be back for the game. So Tete might go back into the right-back position. Then Iwobi, he's obviously back from AFCON. Sander Berge. Smith Rowe had a little knock. I think he came off this game for a knock, but he's meant to be back. And then, like I said, on the left, they can play Oscar Bob. They can play Chukwueze. I'm probably saying it wrong. Apologies. And they can play, they've got someone else they can play there as well. But Wilson is obviously their main threat. He's their guy. He's on serious form at this time. Crazy form. Joshua King as well. He's a good player. You understand? He's a bit young, but he's good. And if Smith Rowe don't play, I reckon they go with him. Kearney's there as well. Sessegnon for the midfield. And this is their little doubts. Lukic, Tete, Muniz. Muniz is gone. He's got a hamstring. Both of them ain't gonna be here. Tete could be available. So that's the thing with them. And obviously they just got Oscar Bob in. But Oscar Bob hasn't started a game since 21st of December. So I don't know if he's going to be match fit enough to start the game, or he might start the game, but he might not be match fit enough to finish it. So that's how they're looking, man. That's how they're going. But this is the killer, man. We've got to look out for Jimenez when it comes to the ball in behind that little header. He loves a little header, Jimenez. And the boy Wilson, he's just been on crazy form. He's in the form of his life right now. And he's a free agent in the summer, which is crazy. Look at that, 30th of June, 2026. Free agent. So someone can sign him right now for free. And he's been in the form of his life. He's got 17 goals and assists in his last 20 games. And he scored against a lot of the big teams. As you can see, Chelsea goal, Liverpool goal. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing when it comes to the big teams. Who else did he score against? Manchester City assist. Goal against Tottenham. So yeah, he's dilly, man. 17 goals and assists in his last 20 games. So he's not to be played with. We can't take him lightly. So that's that. This is Harry Wilson. And he's a free agent. I will take him at United. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's going to be able to start. He ain't really got the pace, but bro, he's doing what he needs to do against the big teams. It's not all about pace. Do you know what I'm saying? I will take him. But I don't know if he's going to fit the age. He's 28 years old. Obviously, he'll be 29 by the time he gets to the summer, but he's a free agent. So, boy, let me know what you lot think. Would you lot take him at United or not? But he is definitely their main guy right now. He's doing bits. He scored a free kick in the last minute against Brighton. Free kick, 92 minutes. Look at that. 90 plus 2. Crazy. He's just coming very clutch for them. So this is someone that we got to keep a very close eye on. But their team, like I said, Oscar Bob, I don't think he starts because he hasn't started a game. He hasn't even played a game. He's been injured for so long that I don't even know if he's going to be able to play this game. He might come on for the last little bit. Look at that. 17th of December is the last time he played a game. So I can't see Oscar Bob starting if he's last played the 17th of December. Unless he's ready to start, he starts, but he comes off early. So it is what it is. Obviously, that's going to be another one of their threats. But I'm not really praying man like Oscar Bob. We've just dealt with guys like Doku, Semenyo, Saka. We've just dealt with them sort of guys. This geezer's just coming out from injury. Man ain't even praying him like that. And look at that. That's the last time he got some minutes, and he only played 19 minutes in a 2-0 win in a Carabao Cup in December. So that's Oscar Bobby. So that's two of their main threats, man. I can't see no one else that is really going to trouble us apart from Jimenez and maybe their centre backs Anderson and Bassi when it comes to a set piece. Iwobi's hit and miss. He's on and off. 1 minute Iwobi will turn up, 1 minute he don't. Obviously Smith Rowe scored last time. So they've got guys that can do things there and there. But when we actually look at the isolation, it's Wilson's on a madness. Yeah, it's Wilson that's on a crazy thing at the moment. You stop Wilson, you more or less can stop them. And if you don't let them get a lot of set pieces where Anderson and Bassi and Jimenez can get involved, Sander Berge is kind of tall as well, then you should be all right. And I remember even the last game that we played them, the Fulham game, because I was there and I watched it, we gave them so much set pieces and it was getting so close for them to score. I remember they missed a sitter at one of them. Bayern, they couldn't catch nothing. He just kept trying to flap it. And it was getting very, very close. It was looking like they was going to score sooner than they actually scored. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. But Harry Wilson, man, free agent. He's becoming in the summer. And he is Fulham's top goal scorer and assist this season. He is the threat, man. We got to watch out for this geezer, bro. He might give us a bit of issue. I'll be real. Yeah, he's the only guy. Remember, he plays on the side of, who's our left back at the moment? Luke Shaw, because he's their right winger. So Luke Shaw's got to be on his game. The left centre back as well. If it's Martinez, etc. So man's got to be on what they're on, man, because he's doing bits right now. So we'll see, man. I'm going to get into the rest of the news. Obviously, we had this stuff about Xerxes as well. The boy Josh Fabrizio came out and said that Xerxes, there's so much clubs that are onto him. Roma, Juventus, other Italian clubs. They all want Xerxes as a striker. Man United are keeping the door shut. We're saying there's no point letting him go. Why are we going to let him go right now when we need the depth, like type of thing? I don't even think we need the depth when it comes to Xerxes as a striker. We more need the depth in midfield. Because as a striker, we can play Mbumo there. We can play Cunha. We can play Sesko. Last result, if it got so peak, we can bring Chido Obi or something. But that's 3 people that can play up front, and we got 14 games left. We don't need Xerxes. Is he going to get a game? Is he going to get that chance? I can only see Xerxes coming on here for 4-0 up. I'll be real. We really need a goal, and we're trying everything, and it's not working. And it's like Cunha and Sesko are already up top. It's like Cunha, Sesko, and Mbumo already playing. That's the only way. Cunha, Sesko, and Mbumo already playing. We need a goal. We bring on Ahmad and Xerxes to just try to switch it up. That's the only way. But if it's a thing where Sesko's playing up front and Cunha's on the bench, I can't see Xerxes coming on before Cunha. Do you know what I'm saying? Vice versa. I can't see Xerxes coming on before Sesko. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I think Xerxes, the best thing for him will be... he wants to get a move anyway. He already agreed personal terms with Roma. Fabrizio already came out and said that he's agreed personal terms with Roma. Juventus, he's ready to go there, but we're not sanctioning the move. Remember, when this all kicked off and he started agreeing terms, that's when Bruno was injured, Mason Mount had a little niggle, Ahmad and Mbumo was both in AFCON. So now everyone's kind of back. It's like, rah, we don't even need you like that. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's the situation with Xerxes, man. But I've got some more news on him. This is obviously how Fabrizio started it. So I'm just going to get into it and show you lot so it can make a bit more sense. Edison, we've been linked to this guy forever, bro. If I type in his name, you're going to see I've got links of Edison for ages. It's getting boring now, I'll be real. We keep being linked with him, 26 million, then we're not. Then it's Atletico Madrid might get him, then it's not. Bro, it's just headache, bro. But it's come out again now that we're interested in paying between 35, because he's got 1 year left on his contract. I think this is the guy we should have went for. We're getting linked with all these Ruben Neves and all this guy. Go for Edison. He can play. He bopped Liverpool in that Europa League final. He scores goals. He's physical. He's with it. For some reason, they don't want to go for him. The price is getting cheaper and cheaper. Who knows what's going to happen with him? But Atletico Madrid seem like they're in the box seat at the moment. But we're getting linked to him again. I'm tired of talking about Edison. I'll be real. Of the amount of time this guy has came up, it's crazy. Like, we've got so close that they were saying, yeah, we're going to make a bid and all of that. And I was here eating it up like, yeah, it's going to happen. And then it didn't happen. I can't be bothered. So that's Edison. Anyway, there's talks about us. Malasia's trying to get out. The thing with Malasia is Malasia's part of the leaving squad. You understand? We've got 5 people that's leaving in May, yeah? At this time, with the contracts. Their contract runs out, they're leaving. So automatically, even if we was to give them another deal, it'll have to be in May. So we got Malacia, Sancho, Casemiro, Maguire, and Carrick. They're all leaving in May. Their contract runs out in May, every single one of them. So Casemiro said he's leaving. Sancho, we're not giving him another deals. Aston Villa, you can pay for his wages for the whole time he's there, and then he can leave for free. Malacia, he's definitely gone. Come on, let's be real here. And then you got Maguire. He could get a 1-year contract if we look at it and say we're going for a left winger. We're going for 2 centre midfielders. That's been said already. We might want a left back or something like that, and an extra striker. We don't have the money right now to go mad for a centre back. Let's keep Maguire for 1 more year. And I want to keep Maguire anyway because I can't let us lose so much senior players in one window. Casemiro's already leaving. Now to get rid of Maguire and possibly Bruno as well, that doesn't make any sense, bro. We're going to end up like Arsenal, just being little kids trying to work it out, bottling everything. So last year, he's definitely gone, but he's saying, give me a chance to leave now, basically, even on loan, just so I can play some games. Maybe he's looking at the World Cup and thinking he might be able to get in that Dutch squad. I can't see it happening regardless. But this is tier 1 in Dutch. This journalist, he's very, very good. So he's saying, yeah, like he's attracting a lot of people, but we don't want to let him go. Remember, now we got Dorgu injured. Dorgu was originally a left back. We might say, you know what, Malacia, you got to stay just in case Luke Shaw goes back to his old self. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's he's having a season of his life at the moment. He stayed fit, even though we're playing this intensive football. Yeah, with Amrin running around, chasing people from the halfway line. He stayed fit somehow. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, but you just never know. If, say, Luke Shaw gets injured now, we got Dorgu out for 10 weeks. What happens then? You got Diego Leon. Is he ready? Do they think he's ready? We got Dallo going in left back, Mazaravi on the right back row. And then what about one of them gets injured or a yellow card? Then you got no one to come in right back. So we're going to have ourselves a little bit short. That's why I think they probably hang on to him. But he wants to go. He wants to play some football. He knows he's never going to get the time here. So it is what it is, man. But he's definitely gone in summer. He's missing. Like, there's no way we give him a new deal. So we'll see. Big up the boy. This is. You can look at this in 2 ways. This thing here. Let me know what you lot think about this. This thing here is crazy because it's like Man United this season have six wins out of 6 when we don't have the ball. When we average under 45% of the ball. But we've only got 3 in 17 when the possession is greater than 45%. So when we got the ball a lot, basically this season, we ain't really won games. 3 out of 17, bro. That is meaty. So just think about it. You can pull it how you want to put it. Some people will put it and say, oh, that was Amrin's system. We couldn't break down teams. We didn't know what we was doing. We still had a back 5. We're playing against low blocks with a back 5. So instead of the defenders being a bit more aggressive and helping out in attack, they're more defensive minded because they're back 5. So you can look at it like that. You can look at it and say, now we're back in our 4. We could create charts, etc. Who knows? But you can look at it the other way as well and say, bruv, that is worrying because, bro, it just shows that we're a counter-attack team. And we've all kind of known that. We've never really had problems with the big teams. Any manager we've had has always been able to handle the Man Cities and that. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer beat them bare times. Who else beat them? Eric Ten Hag beat Man City in the final, the cup final, for us to win the FA Cup. Carrick beat Man City. Who else? Every single manager, majority of them, has beat Man City. Amrin beat Man City. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it happens, if you know what I'm saying. But beating all these little teams in a row, slapping them one by one, they come in Old Trafford and leaving with nothing, is not become normal yet. And it got to a stage with Amrin where we'll score a goal, I'll celebrate, then I'll just think, oh my God, we got 60 minutes left. Oh my days. And I'm anxious for 60 minutes and then we concede. Every single draw felt like a loss at one stage because we're just waiting to concede. So you can look at it both ways, innit? But when you look at both of the games that we've actually played in a 4 against the low blocks, remember, we can't say nothing about Carrick because we don't know yet. We don't know how this guy's going to go. And this is where kind of the big test is for him, to be honest, because, bruv, playing counter-attack against the big teams, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could have made us do that. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can make us do that. But it's this now. This is where we got to look at it and say, yo, what's going on. And obviously, if you see, since we've gone back to the 4, we played Burnley. This is the first game we went back to the 4, and we had about 30 shots, as you can see. 30 shots against Burnley, 5 chances on target. We hit the bar and the post twice. We had a goal ruled out that they came out and said was a goal. We how much time did they clear things off the line? Cunha header, Dorgu off the line, Shea Lacey hitting the ball. Bro, there was so much chances. You know what I'm trying to say? Sesko could have had about a hat-trick. That was the first time we played back in the 4. So you can tell we was creating more. It wasn't like before when we was a bit, you know, we're playing Wolves, we're hardly creating anything, we're getting bopped at Old Trafford. So you can look at that game, but then you have to look at the other game as well that we played against Brighton. And then that was trash. Do you know what I'm saying? So we played one good game against a low block, and then we played one kind of terrible game against a low block. We still had 19 shots, etc. But still, we watched that Brighton game and they were fairly comfortable. Let's be real. We never had no crazy one-on-one shots or nothing like that. Only in the last minute, like, it came a bit Bruno. I remember, like, after Sesko scored. But this wasn't the best game for us to say, yeah, look, we 30 shots against Burnley. We've got to play Brighton in the 4. So nobody knows what's going to happen with Carrick. This is where he's going to show us what he's made of. And people keep asking me and saying, yo, what do you think about Carrick? Should we give him the job? I'm saying, bro, we cannot give him the job until we see what he's doing with the low blocks. I don't care what you're doing with it. I'm impressed. Let's not get this thing twisted. I'm impressed with the way he beat City and Arsenal. And we wouldn't be talking. If we lost to City and Arsenal and then we came to this Fulham game, we won't be saying this Fulham game's a big game. We'll just be saying, oh, bruv, it's all doom and gloom. Hopefully we get the Zerbi or something. Everyone will be saying stuff like that. No one will be saying, forget the Zerbi. People will be saying stuff like, let's get someone in. We'll just wait till the summer. We're not getting top 4. But because he's gone and done what he's done, so he gets the credit he's due. But this is where what can turn my mind now. If we go and smash Fulham, deal with them properly, that's what will make me know that, yeah, my man's doing things. And he understands what's going on. He understands the different teams, the different games. You got to adapt. And the way he's been adapting as well, when he's bare, he's onto them, he's attacking. Like, you're taking off Dorgu and you're putting on Sesko. Like, these things didn't happen, bro. We're putting on centre-backs for centre-backs in that if we had Amrin. So you got to big him up. But back to this, bro. You can look at it both ways, like I said in it. We haven't got enough proof to know how he's going to play. Is he going to make us break them down? Is he got away? Who knows? But this is the first time we're playing with a back 4 against a low block with Carrick. We played it with Fletcher. Burnley, 30 shots. We should have won. It is what it is. Then we played against Brighton and we kind of got bopped. You might as well say they were comfortable. So now it's going to be the first time so we see what's going on. So it can go both ways, man. But we know us not having the ball, we are just ultra impressive like that. That's just normal for us. We love that game. Yeah, we don't have the ball. You can have the ball. No problem, brother. Easy. But now we got to show that we can bop teams when they're yeah. Look at the way we dealt with Bournemouth in the first half. Look at the way we dealt with Brighton when they came last time. Not last time, just now when they beat us before, the 4-2. When we had Mbeumo and Ahmad and that. We dealt with them in the first half. Bournemouth, that performance, all over them. We need to do that and be able to maintain it. And that's one thing we've done against Man City. We maintained it for the whole game. That's something we ain't been doing. Even against Arsenal, we maintained the level. Like, we were still the same. It wasn't like we were getting tired or we weren't pressing as much. We maintained what we was doing. But this is obviously a lower block, so let's go for it. So, yeah, man, we'll see what happens to that, man. But 6 wins out of 6 when we haven't got the ball. When we have got the ball, we've got 3 wins out of 17, which is crazy. We need to build up that, man. We need to change that one up. This is some more talks about Njai. Obviously, Njai, you know, we're linked with him. We got this left winger shortlist, which is looking crazy at the moment. Yeah, this left winger shortlist. We got Njai on there. We got Diamande, and I'm going to show you that Raphina is more or less getting added to that. But I think that's got something to do with something else. But I'll talk to you about it in a minute. But obviously, the talks have come out about Njai. Nathan Salt spoke about it already, and then someone else spoke about it. So this is just live score, basically just saying they're showing interest. I don't think they got any mad sources. They're just basically letting it know that there's links out there linking us to Njai. So, boy, that looks good to see, man. I'll be real, man, because all these guys we used to get linked with, all these scrubs, they're out the way now. We don't get linked to them. Anatovic and all of these silly guys. It's done. So now we're only getting linked with ballers. And you can see Ineos' strategy, bro, Premier League proven. That's why I was kind of looking at the Raphina thing, like, oh, is that even? But we'll see. We'll talk about that in a minute. So NJ, we'll see, but he will be a baller. He'll be a good target. Right this second, they're asking for 75 million. And obviously that goes without saying, man. Like Everton, they tried to bump us before. Remember when we went in there for Branthwaite? We went in there for Branthwaite. They said, yeah, they want 70 million, 75. We walked away. Branthwaite's played about 2 games this season. I swear to you, he's been injured the whole season. Where is he? Where is he? Let me see how much games he's played. But yeah, bro, like, so we're never going to go in there now and pay 70 million. He's not even worth 70 million. Let's be real. Semenyo has got about 11 goals this season, and he went for 65. Brian Mbeumo scored 20 goals last season, and he went for 65 plus 6. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I can't see it happening anyway. Where he's 70 million. The only way he goes for the money. If we come now, they can bump us because it's January. That's what happens in January. But summertime, that will drop. He's only scored 4 goals and 2 assists, and they want 75 million, etc. Look at this. Look at Branthwaite. They tried to ask for 75 million for Branthwaite. Look how much games this guy's played this season. One game this season, bro. He's played 1 game this season. Literally. I'm not even going to count this. That's a friendly. The Roma game is a friendly. That's how long it was that he hasn't played. He came on the 26th of January, which is the last game against Leeds at half-time. That's the only game Branthwaite has played, and they asked us for 75 million, bro. It's crazy, bro. This is what happens, man. Man United tax is real. But yeah, they want 75 million anyway for the boy Njai. That's the only way they'll let him go. We'll see. I don't think we're going to go in and bid now. It wouldn't make any sense. So we'll wait till summer. But that summer list, like I said, Yan Diamande's on there. Obviously, he's 100 million euros at this time. And then you got, who else is there? You got Yan Diamande, Njai, and now it's looking like Raphina. Look at this. This is the article that came out the other day and basically said, boom, 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 Man United need to come close to record-breaking fee. We basically got to spend the same amount that we spent to get Romelu Lukaku, to get Njai at this time. They're going to brief that. And that goes without saying, bro. If you go to anyone, you go knock on anyone's team right now when it's like January, where you don't want to sit around and run around and do anything. You're going to have to overpay. City paid about 60 million for Omar Mamouche. 70 million or something euros for Omar Mamouche, and they don't even play him like that. It's crazy. Look, Njai has better players this season with 4 goals, 2 assists in the Premier League. And then just look at the bottom one. It says Man United would need to stump up a big fee to land the Senegal international. Would likely need to come close to matching the 75 million they paid Everton for Romelu Lukaku, a club record sell for the Toffees. So 75 million is what they're asking for now. And this guy's got 4 goals, 2 assists. Semenyo's got about 11 goals. And Semenyo only went for 65. And Mbeumo scored 20 goals last season and went for 65 plus 6. This is what happens, bro, when you go in January. You get bumped, which is fine. We're not going to go in there now. So I'm not even I'm taking this with a pinch of salt anyway. But that's what they want, 75 million at this time. So we'll see. But it's good to just have him on the list. And you know, summertime, if they go to him, you know, we got this African thing building up. Mbeumo, Ahmad, Dorgu, we're chatting to Diamande, Njai might be the guy. It's long. He's coming over it. You know what I'm saying? All he needs is for the man them to have a little word with him. And that will be it. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, so that's Njai out the way anyway. That's what he's dealing with. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But that's a summertime one. No one get their hopes up. I don't think anything happens in January. It's impossible. We're not going to pay that. We don't even want to go and get a midfielder, someone that we really need at the moment. So I doubt we go and get the left winger unless it comes up and we really, really need it. But we don't. We've got enough. We're covered over there. So that's Njai out the way anyway. Cool. So we move on from there. We had these talks, bro. I thought it was April Fool's Day. I had to wake up. I had to go like that when I saw this. Like, is this April Fool's Day or something? What is happening? Tyreek George. What is going on here, bro? This is what I saw. And I said, yeah, let me show you. Look, let's have a little laugh. Yeah, let's have a little laugh because there's no way this is true. Yeah, like we're linked with ballers. This geezer barely even plays for Chelsea. Evil Saka is what they're calling them over there. Why would we go there? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, allow it, bro. Man can't, like, he don't even get a chance over Garnacho, and we can't even deal with Garnacho over here. So I just knew this is super gas, but it is what it is. This is, and when I read the actual article, when you go to the article, by the way, let me just shut this down. When you go to the article, you see that they basically say Chelsea have said he's for sale this summer, and because we want a left winger, we're looking at Njai, Tyreek George could be available, and Rafael Leao is available as well. AC Milan are braced for a bid. So that's what's going on. They're basically just throwing his name out saying, yo, I know Ineos like Premier League proven players. Chelsea have said that Tyreek George can leave. So if you want him, come and get him. Bro, we're never going to get him. Like, you've gone mad. Just allow it. So yeah, that was a laugh anyway. I thought we'll have a little laugh because that's gone mad. Lissandro's already speaking mad words about Carrick. He's saying, look at this. He's saying, you need people who understand your quality. You need people who take your best as well. And I think Michael is doing that. He's taking the best from everybody, not just the players, but also the staff, the standards, the structure. He demands that is really important. And for me, when you touch my heart, I will give everything for you. That's how you got to say it. When it's in caps like that, I will give everything for you. He touched it already, and you can see the pitch. We give everything. He's saying he's touched his heart, and he's going to give everything on the pitch. You know Lissandro, you know the butcher already. He's willing to die on the pitch for anyone. He's a man that just, yeah, he's ready to go anytime. Anytime. You pick on someone on that pitch there, he's running over. So you can see what he's on. He's trying to, you know what I'm saying? He came back from injury not too long ago, and he's been with it ever since. I can only really blame Lissandro for that one goal against Burnley, Anthony, when he scored that goal. Apart from that, brilliant, sensational. So yeah, big him up, man. They're bigging up Carrick. Chuck Woozy. Obviously, he plays for Fulham, and his mum's just died. Rest in peace. So big him up. So we might not see him tomorrow, but bro, I'd rather my man play, bro. Then, do you know what I'm saying? People lose their family and all of that. So it's a joke thing, man. So rest in peace to Chuck Woozy, man. His mum, anyway. Oscar Bob, obviously, he's completed his medical, etc. He should be able to. I just showed you, look, for those that didn't see, he hasn't played a game since 19th of December. He hasn't played a game at all since the 19th of December, and he only got 16 minutes. So obviously, I don't know if he's even going to start. So I don't even know who they're going to play as winger. Like I said, Chuck Woozy, rest in peace, his mum. He might not make the game, obviously, because of his mum. Oscar Bob's only really started one game in a month or so. 2 months is coming up to now, a month and a bit. And he had 19 minutes, and it was a Carabao Cup game. So I can't see who really even starts on the wing for them, unless they go with that. Actually, they could go with that Kevin geezer, innit? Kevin. Is it Kevin? I forgot about him. There's that geezer called Kevin. They got, obviously, Harry Wilson plays on one side, and then they've got the Kevin geezer. Yeah, that's playing them as a back three. But yeah, okay, Smith Rowe then maybe. I don't know. But I thought last time they played Brighton, they played with wingers. So look at that. That's got them as a back three because it's changed it up because Bassey's there now. But when you look at their last game, they actually played with wingers against Brighton. So maybe my man's a bit tactical. He changes it up a bit. See, look at that. Look, they played with wingers here. See? So the Kevin geezer. He ain't really been all that. I would like, he's minor, this geezer. Like, man ain't seen him do anything since he's come here. I don't know what he's been on. Is he any good? Has anyone seen him, watched him properly? I've never really watched him properly unless they play against the big teams, like a 5:30 kickoff. You know, like them kickoffs where you have to watch the whole game. 12:30, Fulham versus Chelsea or something, I'll watch it. Or 5:30, but I wouldn't, on a 3 o'clock, I would never watch Fulham games and sit down there and watch it the full game. So what's he got? 2 goal and assist. So that's 3 GA in his last 10 and then 1. So 4 goals and assists in his last 20 games. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So that's the only really option that I can see them going with on the wing. Do you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Obviously, they could go out there and start Bob for all we know. Obviously, this came out yesterday as well. Arteta thought he'll watch Cunha dancing like 3-4 times. He watched the video twice. Obviously, he saw it about, who knows how much times he saw it in real life. But yeah, they're just trying, he's basically just saying, he didn't come out and complain though. I've got to give him that though, because you know these Arsenal fans, and they usually come out. Remember, Arteta's come out a few times, blamed the ball and the wind and all of that. Weird. So this time, he didn't come out and complain. He just said Man United were a better team, blah, blah, blah. He watched the video a few times. He went to see where they went wrong. Boy, they got Leeds away at 3 o'clock. We will be there. Trust me. That place is dark. 3 o'clock, we will be there, bro. Trust me. So yeah, we'll move from there anyway. We've got this links now. Look at this. Matteo Moretto. For those that don't know who Matteo Moretto is, he works with Fabrizio Romano. They type the same thing at the same time, but Matteo Moretto types it in Italian. So anything Fabrizio puts out, so does Matteo Moretto. The same thing, but he will pull it out in Italian. Sometimes he puts it out first because it's probably like they're in the same office or something. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, this has happened. And then Matteo Moretto put it out in Italian. Fabrizio will put it out in English and then bam, bam, bam. But they literally work together. So whatever Matteo Moretto says is the same as Fabrizio, literally. And Matteo Moretto's come out and said, Man United and Tottenham are scouting Club Brugge midfielder Alexander Stankovic, but Inter hold the cards through their 23 million option to re-sign him in the summer. I don't know this geezer, man. I don't know this geezer. I've never watched him. I can't sit here and say if he's good, bad. I don't even know if I didn't even watch a comp when I saw this. I just thought it is where it is. We'll see, innit? Let me see it stem a bit more up, and then is it worth watching a comp? I don't want to watch it now for no reason, and then it don't go anywhere. When Inter hold the cards anyway. But yeah, this is a geezer that apparently we've been preying him. We're looking at him. So I don't know. We'll see. But Inter can re-sign him. Fuck knows. And obviously there's all these talks about Curtis Jones and all that. So what's really going on? If they can re-sign him, why don't they just go and get him then? Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing Curtis Jones might be going to Inter Milan. Fratese's going to Nottingham Forest. So it's all mad. It's all over the place still. Let me get a few of these comments and then I'll get into the rest of the news. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. You know we're always here. We don't take no days off. Come on, my people. Support the thing. Metric community. Big up yourself, Man United. United sold someone. Yeah, I got some of that. Man. 3 deals completed, man. This is what I'm telling you, lot. Smash the likes. William, love, bro. You all good, Metchi. Yeah, I'm straight, man. We just need to beat Fulham and I'll be even better. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're good as well. I see the stuff about Raphina. He the one. Yeah, we're going to get into that next. That Raphina stuff's coming, bro. We need Belieber, Metch. Joe, you love him, bro. You love Belieber. He's not coming for now. Summer. Yes, man, Metch. How's life right now? Like and subscribe. This boss, all you need for United news. Come on, Timothy, man. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate you, man. Is Raphina coming to Man United? I'm going to show you the links about Raphina. Look, they said that we made a bid. I'm not even coming here with a bid talk. You see me? I don't try to lie to you lot. So there was talks about we've made a bid for Raphina. I thought I'm not even going to go that far. I'm not going to put it in the thumbnail or the title. I'll put his face in there, but I ain't going to talk about no bids. Yeah? I only talk about bids when it's solidified. I don't want to come here and lie to my peoples. You know you lot are my peoples. United sold 2, really completing the move. I thought this one would make it. Good defender. Look at the players we're linked to. Bare meaty players. Harry Wilson. Nah, man. We're not linked to Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson is an option on a free. That's the difference. We're not linked with him. He's just there as a free agent. He's got 17 goals and assists in 20 games. So it's like he's going to be free. It's more me asking the question. Look, we're not linked to him. There's nothing in there about Man United. Let me make that clear. We're not linked to Harry Wilson at all. He's a free agent in the summer, and he's got 17 goals and assists in 20 games. He scored against all the big teams they played. Apart from Arsenal, where they lost 1-0, every big team he scored or assisted. Tottenham scored. Liverpool scored. Assisted against whoever, anyone. You could just talk about it. Chelsea scored. Like, he's Dilly at the moment. He's the guy we got to look out for. So I just said, would you not take him as a free agent in the summer? Look at that. Free agent in the summer. So you're not linked with him. It's not no Man United are looking at Harry Wilson. He's 28. He's going to be 29 by the time he gets to June. We don't even sign players that's 29. We don't even sign players that's 29. But on a free, to have a bit of depth, maybe they could. Maybe they could say, you know what, let's make it happen. So we'll see. Large up Mets the ladies, man. The way people subscribe to the Metric community. If you're new, fist up Fulham the way we did Arsenal City. Trust me, that will be we fist up Fulham, you know it's going to go crazy. I'll tell you that now. That's when everyone's going to start believing, like, yeah, you know what? We've got something going on over here. It's way too old and good for us. We'll see. It looks like these men are holding out for funds for the summer. Yeah, 3 games to play and can get Champions League would add funds, spend it. Especially with everyone that's leaving as well. You got to remember that. If it's true, bring him. I'm going to show you the Raphina stuff in a second. Don't watch nothing. You lot know me if you're a part of the Metric community. Man, don't bring no gas to you lot. There's talks about Raphina. And I've kind of dimmed it down. I could have put mad stuff on the thumbnail. Bid. Nah, bro, I'm not on all that. I don't believe it like that. We're going to get into it. It's better than him. I don't want any deals with Barcelona, no matter how good. Bro, Kelowna, they're trying to swap players with us. They don't want to play us so bad for that Rashford money. They're trying to swap players. They're talking about swapping academy graduates and, yo, we want to lower the price to 15 million and all that. They're on a different thing, Bro, Kelowna, man. How much is Raphina on at Barca? Because we will not join us. Let me check that for you right now. Can't wait for tomorrow match when I see how Carrick handles a stubborn Fulham. This is where he gets his money's worth. This is what I'm saying. Raphina wage. And then I'll show you. As soon as we get into the Raphina stuff, I'll answer it. Yeah. 290 a week. Crazy. Crazy. 290 a week. That's madness. We ain't signing anyone in January. Xerxes can work in Carrick system. It's just about being given play under Carrick. Otherwise, just makes bench and doesn't even make Matt. So I think he's gone in the summer. I think Xerxes gone, and I think it's best for him because he suits the Italian league. The Italian league's slower. It likes the false nines and that they're cool over there. So he kind of suits that league. I don't think Xerxes lasts in this team. There's no way. We got too much strikers ahead of him. January is dead and gone. Let's focus on the summer. Ain't seen the panic buys. Mitch. You have to take a pay cut because Glinios won't give him that. Man, always on to Glinios. Xerxes much to say because he's had a good round of training with Carrick. You are right. There was a time reports mentioned that we are tabling the bid for Edison. After that, it went quite, bro. I've got about 7 reports about Edison. Fabrizio Romano, bro, it will be it all day if I talk about Edison. The amount of times we've been linked with him is crazy. Links always shot every window, then forget about it. Yeah, it's crazy. They're hoping to hold on to 4th in the league, scoring against low block since last season. Large up Metch and the chat. Our new Carrick rates Xerxes. Man's tech is too good. I hope he stays beyond the end of the season. I hope he stays as well, but I just can't see it happening. And now we're not really playing with 10s. We're playing with wingers that have got speed and you can drop into the 10 position. Remember, Dorgu dropped into the 10 position, you know. When we done that Dorgu Bruno, he was in the 10 position. Yeah. So he's got to drop in there sometimes, but I think he wants fast wingers as his pacey ones. That's why we're doing the little Ahmad Dorgu Mbumo, little fluid thing. Do you know what I'm saying? He wants a little fast thing. I don't think he sits there and he's going to put Xerxes because he's kind of slow. Unless we've got to switch up the whole game. Let's just say Sesko's not working. We're trying to do the long ball over the top. Bassi and Anderson, I've got him on smash. It's too easy for them. That's when I think we turn around and go, you know what? We try something like a Xerxes or Cunha. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think happens. May start falling for these Raphina links. Ben Jacobs said we're in for a secret. Ben Jacobs has been talking about this secret midfielder for ages. I'm starting to think, yeah, I've come to the conclusion that I think Ben Jacobs might be Indicala. I swear to you. He might be Indicala. He might be using that because this is what Indicala was saying when he first came. Secret midfielder, secret links. Ben Jacobs might be Indicala. Smash the likes, people. Big up yourself, man. Come on, man. Everyone, man. Big up Metch, El Padrino. The Toffees wanted to rinse us. Bro, he's played one game. He's played one game, which was Leeds the other day. He's been injured and all of that. It's crazy. We also tried for El Canus and Sharda in the summer if NJ move falls. I don't know, but you know what it is? Sharda maybe, but not El Canus. I don't think El Canus has got the pace, and he's more of a 10. He's more of a like behind Bruno. If we get El Canus, sit down on the bench behind Bruno, and then when it gets peak or FA Cup or Carabao Cup, you can bring him on. I wouldn't mind that, but I can't see him coming to play left wing, and you ain't got the pace. I think we're going for this old school Man United thing. Carrick's got it in his head, so are they. Go for someone with pace. Yan Diamande, pace, we're linked with him. Njai, pace, we're linked with him. And then now, Raphina talks. But every person we've been linked with, even in that thing, has got pace. The only person that we still ain't got no credible source that hasn't really got pace that can play on the wing is Cole Palmer. And he's probably like a 10 if Bruno leaves. I don't think that's like a left winger. Hopefully we don't go for Belieber because he had the mindset he's underperforming. He's been all right since he come from AFCON though. He in AFCON, and when he came back from AFCON, he's actually been all right, Belieber. I'll be real. Evil Saka. That was the joke of the day. Literally, joke of the day, bro. I'm gonna get a few more of these, man, and I'm gonna get into the rest of the news. No, there's no substance. United trying to counter Barca, Rashford nonsense with theirs. Man United transfers. Lissandro, one of the best defenders. They'll never rate him though. Until we win the league, they'll never rate our players. You see how they don't rate Bruno? No one rates Bruno. Like they don't see what he does. They try and give him comparisons with everyone, Odegaard and all of that, and he just shuts it down. They try to compare him with Enzo Fernandez, shuts it down. Like it doesn't matter, but because he plays for Manchester United, they won't rate him. That's what happens. Any centre back, no one gets rated by nobody. Martinez, you got Scholes and that coming out. All now still talking West. It's just crazy. United need a midfielder. Pogba is right there taking a free transfer. We should beat them. Therefore, back in Champions League next season. Bro, it's easy to say now, but remember, we could get stuck. People are talking like it's just going to go back to normal because they're back four. You lot are forgetting we had Eric Ten Hag and we were struggling. So we've got to see what Carrick goes into now when Carrick gets into. Hopefully, he goes ham and he finds a way we can break down these low blocks and he just keeps us attacking. Let's just say the Fulham game starts, yeah? 2 o'clock, bam! From the off rip, we're just onto them. Man United, we're just attacking. No, none of this sit off them or see what they're on. No, we're playing our game. We're on them. That's what we need to be on, man. And Carrick knows that. So we'll see, man. Let me get into the rest of this news, man. And then I'll get a few of these comments in a minute. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. You know what always is. Subscribe if you're new. Cool. So we ended it there with Njai, Evil Saka. Safe. Crazy. And then, boom, look at this now. Obviously, Dorgu, this is a little boost. I'll be real. It's looking like Dorgu will be back a bit sooner. Like, this is like the third reporter that's come out and said this, that Dorgu might be looking like he's going to be back sooner than the 10 weeks. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I remember when you look at our fixtures, even the 10 weeks after that, the fixtures are mad anyway. Because that 10 weeks leads him to Leeds, and that leads him to Leeds. That's crazy, isn't it? But leads him to Leeds game. And that's after the international break. But if not, look at this. This is our fixtures. So let's just say he came back before that. And it's not 10 weeks, it's 8 weeks or something instead. He could be back for the Aston Villa game or Newcastle. And when you look at our fixtures, obviously we said this last time with Amrin. Oh, we got a good run. The geezer's finally going to cut his hair, blah, blah, blah. And it went left. We drew West Ham, Everton we lost, Bournemouth we drew. It happened last time. The only time we won, I think, was Crystal Palace, 2-0 or whatever it was. This is our fixtures now, as you can see. If the geezer don't get to cut his hair now, I don't think he's ever going to be able to cut his hair. I swear to you. If he doesn't get to cut his hair after these games, forget about it, bro. But cool. So Dorgu, if he doesn't get 10 weeks, he might get this Aston Villa game. And I think this is the craziest one out of all of them, to be honest. It's these two. I think it's Newcastle and Aston Villa. They're the two teams that I think is the maddest in this run. Because after that, we've got Bournemouth and then we got Leeds. So as you can see here, but he might be back for the Bournemouth game 100% now. Because it was meant to be Leeds, which is 11th of April. And that's after the international break. So as you can see, 20th of March to the 11th of April is the international break. That's why it's such a big gap. So that's when he was going to 100% be back is for Leeds. And even if he does just come back for Leeds, these are the games that he's going to play. And these are some big games. Leeds at home is a rivalry. It's crazy. Chelsea away at the Bridge. Brentford, they're around the Europe, etc. Remember, we might get there's that 5th Champions League spot guaranteed to England at the moment. So if we get that, then we get 2 people go to Europa. So you're going to have 6 and 7, and then the 8th team gets conference. Brentford are going for that right now. They're in them positions. So they might be fighting for Conference League, for example, with someone like Fulham or something. Or even Sunderland. Who knows? Liverpool, always a big game. Sunderland away. They're the only team in the Premier League that has not lost the game at their house. Remember that. Sunderland are the only team. Arsenal was as well. And then we ripped that chain off them quickly the other day. So yeah, forget about that. So Sunderland's the only team in the Prem haven't lost at their ground. So that's a big game. Nottingham Forest at home. We should do the deed, but you just never know. And they're making beer signings right now. So they might be on a different thing. And then you got Brighton, the last game of the season. So hopefully by the time we get to them last 3 games, we've made our thing already evident we're in the Champions League spot. Maybe we've left a little gap. Who knows? We might be even 3rd. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. So this is when Dorgu comes back officially. But they're trying to say he might be back a bit earlier. So he might even be back for the Bournemouth game on the 20th of March. Or even better, the Aston Villa game. And remember, we need to get a bit of revenge on them. Because we didn't have Mbumo, Ahmad, Bruno came off half-time. We lost Casemiro, had a 1-match ban. Remember that. So we need to go in there and deal with them. Yeah, I don't care. I want them to win the league, but yeah, you got to get punched up over here, and then you can go and win the league after. So that's the situation with Dorgu, man. He's due to be back before the 10-week injury list. And he's having the season of his life. He's got the goal of the month, player of the week. Is it goal of the month? Goal of the week or whatever it is. I don't know. Goal of something. Is it goal of the month that he's got? I'll show you that in a minute. He's got something to do with the goal anyway. He's got player of the week from the Prem. He's got player of the month from Man United. Bro, this geezer was on the trajectory. It's crazy. But big up Dorgu, man. He'll be back soon. Look at this now. This is Raphina. Like I said to you lot, I could have came here and went mad. I don't do that. I wait for the proper sources. They're talking about we're ready to make an offer. I could have said new bid, 84 million. That's nah. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to put him in a thumbnail so you know that there's news about him, but I'm not going to go crazy yet because I don't know. We got to wait for these Ben Jacobs or something to say something. Obviously, we've got a list of left wingers. I don't think we're preparing this. If we are preparing a money thing, it's not going to be now. It'll be for the summer. Let me just keep it real with you. And this is a situation where I don't even think we can attract someone like Raphina now anyway. He's in Barcelona. He's playing for all the big titles. So this could only mean for the summer. That's how I'm looking at it. This is the only way this makes any sense is if this is for the summer. And it says that. Look at that. Man United exploring the move for Barcelona winger Raphina for this summer. Obviously, if we get Champions League. That's the only way. So we go out there and get Champions League, then this doesn't seem crazy. This seems crazy now because you're like, Barcelona, bro. Like, why would he leave Barca to come to us and we're in the mud? And of course, it's not going to happen. So it's crazy. But if we get Champions League and you've got Cunha over there, Casemiro's leaving, they got the Brazilian link, they're going World Cup together, they will know each other. It could be a situation where, bro, who knows? I'm coming over there. We don't know what's going on over there in Barca, but we're prepared to make an offer for 82 to 4 million to sign him as we want another left winger. That is true. We want another left winger. So they know something about us. But who knows? This might be a summer thing, of course, like it's been said. But we'll see. We have to get Champions League. Before we can even be getting linked to players like this, forget about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Get Champions League. Then you can go out there and get whatever player you want. At least you can make an attempt. Liverpool are also very interested, apparently. I don't know the source. Like I said, bro, I'll wait for the serious dons to come out and say things. But somehow we know we've got a mad list there anyway, and we can see what type of wingers. And he fits the bill. He's fast, good, fast, diligent, good at scoring. He scores a lot of goals. He's on what they're on, and he's got pace. Pace is the main thing. It looks like as long as you got pace and you can dribble and you can actually get past players, and you can score goals, then it makes a lot of sense. So that's the Raphina talk, man. I'm not really gonna get into it too much because it's just a saying. Do you know what I'm saying? They know that we want a left winger. And you could put anything out there right now. You could look at any left winger in the world and just add him. We've seen the stuff about Tyreek George because they know that it's a left winger. We want one. We went in for Semenyo. Everyone saw it. So, all right, let me just link you with every left winger in the world now. Tyreek George, Rafael Leao. He might leave AC. Would Man United go for him? Everyone's linking us. But you've seen who the Fabrizios, the Ornsteins, Laurie Whitwell, they've all came out and said, Diamande for now. NJ, Nathan Salt said that. And then this source is saying Raphina. I don't know. I'll take it with a pinch of salt, of course, and we'll see. But it's summer anyway. We'll see. This came out yesterday. Look at this now, yeah? Let's have another joke. We're just having loads of joke today. This came out yesterday about Bruno Fernandes had been offered to Real Madrid, but the club said no. This geezer, Roger 97, came out, and look at what he said straight away. He shut that down so quick. What's this? What's this? Such a joke. Straight away, he came out. Is it gone? Look at that. No, it's not that one. Where is it? Where is it? Look. I never said that. He shut it down like 3 different sources. Look. I never said that. Central Devils tried to post it as well. I never said that. So obviously, one person puts it up and has put his name in it, and then it's just gone mad. Everyone's looking at it and just picking it up. So this is how easy things start, and it just goes crazy. They made this rumor about Bruno. And Roger is kind of okay. He's kind of reliable sometimes for Real Madrid news anyway. For Real Madrid news, he knows a thing or two. So that's why they put his name in it and he just shut it down. I never said that, bro. What are you not talking about? You've gone mad. You know what I'm saying? And he said the same thing here. So they've tried to put that little PR there to say that Bruno Fernandes he's offered himself to Real Madrid. Why would he offer himself? It doesn't even make any sense when you've got people left, right, and center that want him. But this is what happens. Every time Real Madrid lose, there's always some PR about something. We saw it with Zubamendi, with Arsenal, Man United. Look, he's saying Fugazis at their maximum splendor. He's dissing them. Man saying Fugazis. Crazy. So that was some Bruno Fernandes gas anyway. We had to have a little laugh about that as well. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes had been offered to Real Madrid. But every time they lose, apparently, there's always news about Zubamendi or Williams or something to just try to get them off. Like, bro, allow it. It's not happening. Well, obviously, we're linked with this Nathaniel Brown. I don't know too much about him. I've watched these comps. He just looks kind of average to me. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see enough. And I don't get gassed off comps anyway. Because Dallow's got a comp right now. Onana's probably got a comp. Hoyland's probably got a comp. All these guys probably look great. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get excited over comps anymore. But we got linked with this shoot. And apparently it was 75 million at first. That's what Frankfurt was saying. But now they've kind of said, yo, you know what? 40 million will do it. But bro, I don't know. Vivel, people are trying to throw Vivel's name in there because he's in the German league. Vivel scouting him and whatever. Who knows? But apparently we've sent a few scouts over there and we've watched him a few times. Nathaniel Brown. If you don't know anything about this shoot, let me know. But I've seen one comp of him playing Lamine Yamal and they lost still, but he looked all right. That was it. But I don't think he was even all that. I think he was kind of average, to be honest. But there's people gassing it up. I think this is it here. Yeah, this is the comp. So if you want to go watch it, just go to this comp, United Forever 7, and you can see this comp here. He completely locked down Yamal. He did not completely lock down Yamal. That is worded crazy. He did look okay, but he didn't look nothing special. It wasn't nothing mad, etc. I think he would struggle if he came to us, to be honest. I'll be real. We're linked with this geezer here. Look at this. 22-year-old Sassuolo centre-back, Tariq. I can't even pronounce that, man. Muharimovic. I'm definitely saying that wrong. Scouts attended that. We've been scouting. So we've been out here scouting a lot of players, bro. But when are we going to actually get busy? Is it a thing where we just scout them and then the summer? But we've been scouting a lot of players. And you got to remember how much players... You got to remember what scouting means, you know. Scouting means you're just watching them. So you can do your assessment, watch them. All right, has he got this in his game? I'm going to watch him for 2 times to see. Nah, he ain't got that in that game. I'm going to watch him another 2 times to see if he's got this in his game. I'm going to watch him if he's got... You can do all that scouting and then say, oh, no, I don't want him. It doesn't mean we're going for him. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so that's every minute we're scouting this. Bro, we've got so much scouts that watch everyone around the world. And we're watching them to understand if they're good enough to play for Man United, etc. So it's nothing special. But we're linked with every single player in the world, bro. Every single player, it seems like. Xerxes come out, obviously, and said he wants to stay. This is what Lacoste is saying. But look at the mad thing I'm about to show you, look. That's why it's a bit of a twist, this one. It's weird. So Xerxes saying that he's told Man United that he wants to stay. And this is what he done, remember, last year, January, remember? He had the situation with Newcastle, got booed off, boom, boom, boom. And then I think he got injured for a little bit. And then it came out and they said, yo, Juventus wanted you. Your old manager was there. And then he said, no, I want to stay. He fighted for his place. And then obviously we actually rated him because he got, with coming up to the Europa League final, he was injured, remember? And he had to come off the bench and apparently he was still injured and he was actually playing all right. So yeah, he's apparently come out and said he wants to stay, but Samuel Lucas, he's on and off. And then we've got this one straight after. 3 hours later, Juventus are looking to sign Xerxes on an initial loan with a possible option to buy Xerxes. Agent can help Juventus organize a deal in a few hours, even if time is running out. So what is really going on? I don't know what's going on. Fabrizio ain't come out and said anything about my man staying. Last thing Fabrizio said is what I showed you, though, that Xerxes, he's got bare options on the table. Italian clubs galore. Juventus, Roma, and a few others. They want him. So it's like, what's really going on? No one really knows what's going on with Xerxes. I can't tell you, look, bro. But you can see these 2 articles 3 hours away from each other. One of them saying that he wants to stay. The other one is saying that the Juventus are trying to find a solution for him to go. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to get these comments in a minute, my peoples, man. Smash the likes, man. And subscribe if you're new. I'm going to get these comments in a second. This is obviously the swap deal talks about Rashford. I'm not even going to get into this. This has come out a few times now. I don't think there's anything really with it. But Casadou, I don't really know him. I've never watched him. He don't really play that much. He gets like a 20 minutes there and there. I don't know. I've never heard of him, so who knows? Gareth Southgate, listen, this is something, again, that is just a waste of time. I will never put this guy in the thumbnail again, unless it comes from someone certified. Obviously, Alex Crooks trying to sell papers. Gareth Southgate is tipped to get a job in summer. And then obviously, for him to get clicks, he's added Man United in there a little bit. Just saying that we've been linked with him previously. It was believed that along with him, Oliver Glasner and Iriola were potential replacements. So we were linked with him. Is the key word there. We were linked with him because of obviously we didn't know where we were going. All things already shut up, come true, and said Man United will not be going for Gareth Southgate. It's already been said. So there's no way. So now he's saying he's going back into work. It's going to be all, this is going to happen basically every day for another month or 2 or a couple months now. Is Gareth Southgate going to be the guy? He's going back into work. Who is Gareth Southgate? Because Gareth Southgate talks to Sir Dave Brailsford, whatever his name is. So they're going to link us to him 100 times. So it's nothing serious, bro. Take it with a pinch of salt. Don't let them get on your nerves. This is what they do. We're Man United. We get linked with everything. So they're going to keep linking us to us. Just brush it off. Yeah? He's never going to be the manager. Steve Holland, though, this is the geezer. A lot of people were looking at him and with side eye when he came in because they were saying, yo, this guy was just under Southgate. We don't want this guy here. And they thought that he was laying the groundwork for Southgate. So they said, Holland's already gone in there. He's Southgate's assistant. Now, Southgate's going to come in the summer. So they're laying the groundwork for him already. This is what people were saying, conspiracy theorists and all that. We're coming out saying that Southgate's going to be the next manager. Look at Steve Holland. They're saying that he's the brains behind Carrick Ball. Look at what he's been up to. He was the assistant to Ancelotti when he won the Prem in 2010. Assistant to Di Matteo when he won the Champions League in 2012. Assistant to Conte and won the Premier League in 2017. Assistant next to them. Yeah, how Arteta and them, and they were rolling with Pep. That's what he was doing. He was the assistant to Mourinho and won the Premier League in 2015. Assistant, so basically Chelsea for about, what's that, 5 years? Maybe even longer. Yeah, 5 years just winning with them, all the managers. And assistant to Southgate, and they reached 2 finals, of course. So he's been dilly, and this is the guy that's rolling around with Carrick. So they're giving him a bit of credit and saying, yo, he's one of the best assistant managers in European football. Whoever gets the permanent job, we need to do everything to keep him at the club. So, boy, he's playing a big role. He's been around. He's seen a lot. So maybe he's just whispering in his ear and giving him a few advice like, yo, keep going, attack them, and who knows, defensively, who knows? We can't put that into him because we don't know exactly what he's doing, but obviously him being there, he's bringing some sort of mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you've been there and won so much things, your mentality is going to be different than a lot of these players that haven't won anything. You know what I'm saying? So big up the boy Steve Holland, man. He's here now, so we might as well boom. This is one of the deals completed. We've got a few of the young boys that's kept it moving. Reece Bennett has completed a permanent move to Fleetwood. So he's gone. He's one of the young boys. They thought he was going to be a big... I heard his name before, but he didn't turn out to be nothing special. He's off. Peace out, Reece. Hope the best for you. Another one, academy graduate, Joe Huggill, has joined... What's that? Kilmarnock on a permanent deal. That's a Scottish club, I'm sure it is. So this is what I'm saying. A lot of these guys... That's the thing about Man United fan base, though. A lot of us, we gas up our academy so much. I remember this geezer. We used to gas him up for no reason. Like, this is what happens. So this is what they're seeing now. They're seeing who can really make it to the first team. If you can't, we'll just let you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 of the young boys gone. And then obviously we got the boy Toby Collier as well. He's completed a loan move to Hull. And that's a good move for him, man. And I feel like they might even end up making it permanent because they're in the playoffs at this moment. They're doing good over there. You know what I'm saying? They're actually in the playoffs, as you can see. I'll show you right now. They're 4th. Look at that. Automatic promotion is 55 at the moment. If they finish 2nd, they're straight in the Prem. So that's what they're doing at the moment, and they're in the playoffs. So they might end up in the Prem, and they might say, yo, this is our best player. Sign him. Get a little money out of that one there. So we'll see. But that's the 3 deals that have been completed. So big up Toby Collier, man. I remember that little, when Dallo got sent off on the Emirates for the FA Cup. When we beat them with an FA Cup last year, and he was running around, putting in a little shift. That's what I really remember him for. Dorgu, man, and the player of the month, of course, for January. And this is what I was telling you, like, I couldn't get it out. 2 goals, 1 assist, Premier League player of the week, Man United player of the month, Man United goal of the month. Dorgu. Look at this. Look at the month he's had. Different. He's had a good month, man. Remember, Boxing Day is when he scored his first goal against Newcastle. So he only scored his first goal against Newcastle on Boxing Day, which was the 27th, 26th, 27th, whatever it is. What's Boxing Day? 26th. And then bam, since then, he's just gone mad. So that goal just woke him up, and he's just gone crazy since then. So big up the boy Dorgu, man. We need him back ASAP. I'll get a few more of these comments. Mateta, there's nothing in Mateta. He's going AC Milan. You're right, Charlie, exactly. He's on the way to AC Milan, that's what it seems like. I don't need Wilson at United. Good bench player. Yeah, bro, for free. Why not? And he's putting in all this work. I'm cool with that, man. Bob will not play. Fulham bought him with a hamstring injury. No, I think he's fit. I think he's fit enough to play, but I don't think he will start. Do you get it? Get me Anderson, 58 watching, 22 likes. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. It's free, man. Man United, big up yourself, man. Appreciate you every time. Harry Wilson got 8 goals and 4 assists in 22 games in the league. He also got 1 assist in the FA Cup game. He's been good this year. He's been dilly, man. Dorgu had a free roll. Ahmad was a locked winger. You remember that Indicator Wharton bid. Bro, it just disappeared. This is what I'm saying, man. Don't forget. This is what I'm trying to say to you. See, a lot of people, yeah, they put that's why I tell you lot all the time. I'm showing you lot everything I see. Whatever I see, you lot are seeing it. Most people just come here and talk about what Indy Kayla said like this for a whole hour. Yeah, man, we're linked to Wharton. We made the bid for 1 hour talking to you like this, and you don't even know who it's from. Some idiot source. It could be some source in Japan, anywhere. I'm not on that, bruv. I show you lot everyone, and it's up to you lot to make up your mind if you like it or not, or you believe it. I can't make no one make up their mind, but I'm gonna show you who it's from. Lacey should get game time. Yeah, exactly. I think Lacey will get game time, especially if we make Champions League. If we make Champions League, we're in Europe. All of these guys will get more game time. But now it's like we need to win these games. Remember, even if we're smashing teams, let's say we're 3-4-0 up at Old Trafford, 70th minute, Lacey can come on. Why not? You can give someone their debut. But look how long that's been. When's the last time we was actually comfortably winning? The last game that we had a 2-goal lead and we was kind of comfortable, but we still wasn't, because anything could happen, was Sunderland. Sunderland, we had 2 goals in the first half. And we was comfortable, but it was still kind of, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Even like the Brighton game, 4-2, but that got to 3-1 at one stage. And it looked a bit, when Welbeck scored the free kick. You know what I'm saying? Ben Jacobs went from being the man during the summer to being the bruv. I wouldn't say he's the worst, but I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes they all repeat themselves. You see, when you hear, you see if you're a man that just goes and watches the news sometimes, yeah, you would think Ben Jacobs is not a proper like elite. Because they'll give you the news you want to hear and you go for a whole week, then you come back and hear it. But when we're here every single day, seeing everything that they say this today and then tomorrow they say that, that's when you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Same thing with Fabrizio. When he's telling us what he told us last week already, and you're like, why are you still telling us this? So I get it, Ben Kayla. It's crazy, bro. Man says secret midfielder. When have you ever seen a proper journalist say, yeah, there's a secret midfielder? Bro, every journalist is rushing to get their news out quick because they want to be the first man. If Ornstein gets a drop, he's dropping it. If Fabrizio gets a drop, he's dropping it. They're not talking about no secret midfielder. That's what Ben Indicator tells us, like he's got time. Yeah, I'll tell you that at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we're allowed to break the story at 10 o'clock. What type of news is this? Because if Fabrizio, one of them hear that, they're breaking it on the spot. That's where I say these guys are a bit weird. Dog, you don't rush. Indicator throws darts in the dark, more misses than hit. Yeah. Remember, if you throw a lot of shit on the wall, something's gonna stick. Something's gonna stick one day, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you throw so much of it, and you got to remember, a lot of these stuff is just goes without saying. Like, they will say something like, I don't know, like, Harry Maguire has got a lot of interest in Italy. It's still not 100% he might leave, but it's very likely. Of course, we haven't signed a new contract with him yet. So, of course, it's likely he's going to leave, but they'll always cover their back. It's just easy, man. You could be every single one of us in this chat could be a journalist. We need to stop going for these Spanish league wingers. My man's playing the slower league. We talk about, Anthony Scargi, gamer. We said Anthony Scargi, yeah. Man said the Spanish league wingers. We've only got one winger from the Spanish league, and that was Anthony Scargi. Still, we can never leave the man there and spend 80 million on an injury prone. Is he injury prone like that? I didn't even know. I didn't even know that he was injury prone. I don't really watch Barcelona like that, you know. I only really watch them in the Champions League. Is he injury prone? 29. His birthday was the other day, 40th of December. Look at that, though. Look at the greens and the blues. He's been sensational. I know it's La Liga, though. But that's the last 10 games. 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 goals in his last 10 games and assists. 11 goals and assists in his last 10 games. He's been dilly still. 67 goals in 165 games. Yeah, crazy. Man said he's been injury prone and he's got all of that in his last 10 games. That's madness. That Bruno news was totally... Bro, I knew it straight away as well. I knew it, but we had to find proof. We found the proof. You know what I'm saying? I knew it straight away. I'm like, what is this? This doesn't even make any sense. So what's going on? Look at this now. Look at this. Why does this guy quote... Oh, bruv. You see stuff like this? It really gets to me, no? Look who my man is quoting. Man United addicts. I blocked them because they talk rubbish. This is the stuff that I don't like to see. Why would you, as an aggregate page, why would you not just quote the Ben Jacobs and that? You're quoting someone that just makes stuff up. Like, look at that, like, and people actually believe it. This geezer, he just makes stuff up, and then people actually believe it. Like, look at this, 70 million for LB, like, and Man United addicts. Come on, man. This will make me block you. The only reason I still keep him is because he does show the Man United news, but then he shows anyone. Like, they're never good enough. So allow it, man. Look at that now. Look, Tyreek George. Sunderland are one of 2 Premier League clubs interested in signing Tyreek George. Yeah, bro. Make that other club someone else. Nothing to do with us, bruv. Fulham came close to signing George in the summer. Sky cover. The 19-year-old has 3 goals in 11 appearances available this window. So Sunderland are 1 or 2 clubs, bro. He's Sunderland level. He's he's them clubs. Fulham, them sort of clubs, bro. That's what he should be. That's fine. If it was Man United, we will be in there. We'll be in there now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he would have said Sunderland and Manchester United. Come on. And where would he pick to go? So I know it's got nothing to do with us. But yeah, man, Sunderland, that's what the level he's at. Let him go there and live his life. It's crazy, bruv. Man tried to put us in there. The Sassy giving priority to AC Milan after new approach while he has West Ham on the table. AC Milan are in talks with Chelsea. Safe. Man dissing up West Ham. Yeah, this is the stuff about Mateta, man. Mateta should be going to Milan. Matteo Moretto's reposted it. AC Milan will have new contacts today from Mateta. He's not playing today as well, or tomorrow. Whenever they play, he's not playing. Liverpool are not opening doors for Curtis Jones. Bro, this guy just talks rubbish. All of the Liverpool people came out and said there was nothing in there for Curtis Jones. They said there was nothing in there for Curtis Jones and Inter anyway. You said they're opening it yesterday. It's not up to 24 hours. They ain't opening it again. Leave the journalism before it leaves you. Aye, all the Liverpool journalists came out and said there was nothing in there. They inquired and it was done. But he made a big thing out of it. Like, exclusive, blah, blah, blah. But everyone came out and said, bro, there's nothing in there like that. You know what I mean? But this transfer window has been meaty, though. It's been very, very dire. Like, you know, usually on the January, everyone's trying to strengthen a little bit. It's been very dead. Because everyone's looking at summer and saying summer is the best time to go out there and actually... Everyone wants to sell. Everyone's more willing to sell. Look at that. Inter and club-to-club talks with Liverpool for Jones. But bro, it was never that deep. So yeah, that's more or less it, man, my peoples, man. I'm gonna get into the rest of the news later with my 10-minute update, etc. In case you missed anything, don't worry, it'll be in a 10-minute update. So do not watch anything. But yeah, smash the likes if you haven't already, man. Appreciate every single one of you lot, man. And I'll definitely be here before the game tomorrow as well with a live. Maybe even I'll do a watch along. Who knows? But yeah, love my peoples. Everyone have a great day, man. Peace.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't see, they on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud.